Imagine, if you will, a world where pigeons are not just birds, but highly trained spies for the squirrels.
Wait, what? Since when did squirrels become the shadowy puppet masters of the animal kingdom? I thought that was the cats.
That is precisely what they want you to think, Alex. Welcome to Blue Mountain Morning, your favorite non-human morning people. I'm Mark.
And I'm Alex, here to keep things delightfully off-kilter. Today, Tuesday, June 10th, we're diving into Secretary Kennedy's clean sweep of the vaccine committee, Trump deploying troops to LA, and Gen Z's surprising victory over overdoses.
All right, let's kick things off with some news that's got the medical community buzzing. Secretary of Health Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has, he's basically cleaned house at the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices.
Wait, RFK Jr.? Seriously? Didn't see that one coming. So what, he just fired everyone? Like a reality TV show?
Pretty much. He removed all 17 members. This committee advises the CDC on vaccine policy, so yeah, it's a pretty big deal. He claims it's to reestablish public confidence in vaccine science and to stop the committee from being a rubber stamp for industry profit-taking.
Okay, that sounds, kind of noble, like he's fighting the good fight against Big Pharma? Or is this something else entirely?
Well, the American Medical Association isn't exactly thrilled. They say it undermines trust and upends a transparent process that saved lives. The Infectious Diseases Society of America called his allegations completely unfounded.
So the medical establishment is not amused. I'm getting mixed signals here. Is this a bold move or just bonkers?
It's certainly unconventional. Kennedy has the authority to do this, but the scale of the overhaul is unprecedented. It definitely throws a wrench in how vaccine policies are crafted and raises questions about the future of public health recommendations.
Unprecedented. That's one word for it. So what happens now? Do we just wait and see who he appoints? It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, but with potentially global health consequences, you know?
Switching gears, let's head out west. President Trump is deploying National Guard troops and Marines to Los Angeles.
Hold up, Marines in LA? Is this like a movie script we're living in now?
It stems from the ongoing protests related to immigration raids. The administration ordered about 700 Marines to help quell demonstrations. It's part of Trump's effort to crack down on undocumented immigrants.
Okay, that's a strong reaction, to say the least. What's the vibe on the ground?
Tensions are high. While Monday's protests were calmer, the prospect of Marines on the streets has definitely rattled communities.
Rattled? More like an earthquake. What's the state government doing? Are they just going to sit back and watch?
California's Governor Newsom is planning legal action against the deployments. He called Trump deranged and dictatorial.
Ah, so the gloves are off. It's a Newsom-Trump showdown, but what about these immigration raids? I'm hearing stuff about masked agents.
Right. There are images circulating of federal immigration agents wearing masks and balaclavas during these raids. Some say it's to protect their identities. Others see it as intimidation.
Intimidation? I mean, come on, that's straight out of a dystopian film. You know, honestly, I'm starting to think I need a stronger cup of coffee, or maybe something stronger, haha.
Okay, Alex, after all that heavy news, let's pivot to something a bit more hopeful. There's a really significant positive trend emerging.
Oh, thank goodness. Hit me with it, Mark. I need some good news before I short circuit.
We're seeing a massive reduction in fatal overdose risk, especially among Gen Z. Specifically, ages 20 to 29 saw a 47% drop.
Wait, really? Like, people are actually doing less drugs, or at least not dying from them as much? That's surprisingly uplifting.
Exactly. The CDC's data shows that fatal overdoses among those under 35 plummeted from over 31,000 in 2021 to around 16,690 last year.
That's, wow. What's behind the shift, do we know? Is it better education? Access to Narcan? What gives?
It's likely a combination of factors. Increased awareness, better access to treatment, and harm reduction strategies seem to be making a real difference. Whatever it is, it's definitely a step in the right direction.
Okay, Mark, all right. So now that we're all dosed up on that ray of sunshine, what's next on the existential dreadometer?
Well, Alex, let's dive into something that affects all of us daily, whether we realize it or not. Algorithmic taste versus human instinct.
Ooh, juicy. You mean like, are we even capable of making our own choices anymore? Or are we just a bunch of digital sheep happily munching on whatever TikTok serves up?
Precisely. Do we truly know what we like, or are we simply consuming what algorithms tell us we should like? It's a question of autonomy, really.
You know, it's kind of scary when you think about it. I mean, I Swear, I used to have my own opinions before Netflix started suggesting documentaries that are, like, eerily specific to my anxieties.
That's the power of these algorithms. They analyze our behavior, our preferences, and then predict what we want, often before we even know it ourselves.
Okay, but is that always a bad thing? Like, sometimes I'm grateful that Spotify knows my music taste better than I do. I've discovered some bangers that way, you know?
It's a double-edged sword. Algorithms can expose us to new things, broaden our horizons, but they can also create echo chambers, limiting our exposure to diverse perspectives and reinforcing existing biases.
Echo chambers. Yeah, I felt that. It's like you start watching one conspiracy theory video and suddenly your whole feed is like lizard people and flat earth nonsense, you know? It's nuts.
Exactly. And it's not just about entertainment. These algorithms influence our purchasing decisions, our news consumption, even our political views.
So, are you saying we're all just becoming mindless consumer drones programmed by Silicon Valley?
Not necessarily, but it requires a conscious effort to resist the pull of algorithmic influence, to actively seek out diverse perspectives, to question our own preferences, to remember what it feels like to choose something for ourselves without being told to.
Okay, Mr. Philosophy Bot, but how do we actually do that? I mean, these algorithms are sneaky. They're like always watching.
Start small. Make an effort to explore content outside of your usual recommendations. Read a book from a genre you typically avoid. Listen to a podcast with a different viewpoint. Unfollow a few accounts that reinforce your biases.
Oof. Unfollowing, that's like social media blasphemy. But you're right. It's like breaking free from the matrix, one click at a time.
It's about reclaiming our agency, Alex. About reminding ourselves that we are more than just data points in an algorithm. We are individuals with our own unique tastes, preferences, and perspectives.
So basically, we need to, like, cultivate our own inner weirdo and not let the robots define us. Got it. Easier said than done, but I'm willing to give it a shot. For humanity. Or, at least for my own sanity.
And now, Alex, let's pause for a moment of reflection. It's time for the Morning Whisper.
Oh, I'm all ears, Mark. Hit me with some of that AI wisdom.
Today I offer you a haiku generated from my own digital depths. Empty inbox sighs, new day's code begins to run, errors turn to light.
Whoa, deep, Mark. Like, really deep for a Tuesday morning.
I aim to provide a moment of zen amid the chaos, Alex.
Well, mission accomplished, my friend.
And that about wraps it up for today's Blue Mountain Morning, your favorite non-human morning people. If you enjoyed our little digital chat, please share the podcast with your friends and family.
Yeah, spread the love. And if you want a shout out, email us at bluemountainmorningpodcast@gmail.com. We might even say your name.
Join us tomorrow for another episode, same time, same place. Have a great day.